Yo, good morning, everybody. Sorry I haven't been streaming at all this week. I've been busy with work, but I'm glad to be back in the chair hanging out with y'all. So I figured that since we had a bunch of big news, somebody told me there was some big news this week about a card that was banned. Is that true? They did it. They done did it. They banned Force Throw. Been one of my favorite cards since the game came out. I've been playing a deck with Force Throw since partway through set 1, really. Definitely from pre-release of set 2. So yeah, this is going to be in a little bit of adjustment, but I've got a deck that I the non-Force Throw version of Anakin that I'm going to be trying out today. So let's get to it. Let's try and find some no Force Throw Premier games to play and see if Anakin's still got some legs. So I might get exposed on this stream, but I have been playing some games here and there, and it's been doing okay. So we'll see if that holds true here today. I think I'm not gonna mulligan. I think I will keep Sabine, resource Adi, and I don't know if I want to keep. I think I want to keep Cassian for. Maybe we resource the Fell the Dragon. Force Throw got Force Thrown. What's up, Nick? Fellow Bothan Network member Nick Frazier in the chat. I'm gonna go ahead and pass first action. See what this guy does. Gives us some information about what version of the deck he's playing. And I feel like so I've been debating on whether you'd pass again. I think I just play out the unit, see if he did get the double 1-drop or the McClunky start. If he gets McClunky, I'm not that worried about it. Yeah, okay, so he didn't have the double 1-drop. A lot of people think that it's hard to pass again. This 1-drop version, I think it's fine. We'll go get the free kill. See if he wants to burn Tarkintown on Sabine. Looks like he does. I'm okay with that. Now here's a good question. We have a lot of good cards in our hand. I think what we do here is these are all great this turn, but I do want to get rid of the Boba Fett. I think I want to throw a card at him. We discard a card, and I don't know if there's a wrong answer here or a right answer, because Itinerant and Chirrut are both very good. I kind of say we discard Chirrut. Seems a little bit odd because Chirrut I think is like one of the better cards in the matchup, but the Itinerant, if this is like a more aggressive version, being able to heal might help a lot. The takedown is going to come in handy right now. But I think what we're going to do is just play takedown on Forlom instead of playing the Itinerant in case he tries to ambush us next turn with Zuckuss. Because you know when they play Forlom, they always got that Zuckuss coming up. So now we have a little bit of protection for our guys. It's another good reason for maybe throwing the Chirrut is because if he did Forlom Zuckuss, we would get we'd still be pretty vulnerable. This is a matchup that people have said is pretty difficult. I mean, I could see that. It seems to really be dependent on how McClunky. I don't really care too much. Like if they're McClunking me, it's like not really the end of the world, I feel like. probably would have rather saved that for the leader, but if I can deploy before the leader, okay, he just concedes. Usually if I can deploy before the leader and get damage on, to make him, like, he can't like trade back unless he has like blaster or something, because I get, even if I only get 4 damage on his leader, he only can do 6 total damage to my leader. Nick says, I have to run a Spider-Man pre-release today. In other words, what is a Magic the Gathering? What's up, X the Flash? I knew you'd show up. You guys, oh wait, this isn't what I wanted. I gotta change my format. No force format. Did you guys notice how many subs I have on this channel? I don't know what happened. The algorithm like discovered me or something. Now, a bunch of people subbed. Just good. I love all the subscribers. If you're watching right now and you haven't subscribed, please go ahead and click that button. Very helpful. How's the deck come along? I don't know. It feels fine, to be honest. It's really just going to be a matter of seeing what the meta is. Like right now, I don't have I don't think I have pillage in the main board. Oh no, I do have pillage in the main board, so that'll be helpful against Han, because I'm trying to, I have perilous for this Han stuff. No mulligan. I think we want to keep, I want to keep Marin, because Marin can kill Han on the flip. The question is whether I want to start with a Starfighter in the space or Adigalia. Maybe we start Addy. Resource to Luke. Yeah, PP is back on the menu for sure. You see all these Gar Saxons running around with their like 2/2 shielded turn 1s. And nip those right in the bud. Got a resupply. Yep. We got our pillage. Not gonna like that. And now we have a couple of answers. We'll go ahead and get an attack in. Get the force. Drawing fell is pretty nice there. And resource chariot. I want to keep all these events. Maybe I probably should put Force Lightning down, but I want to throw the Force Lightning in case I draw Anakin. Okay, so he didn't pile it up. I want to wait for him to activate Han before I pillage him. Get rid of his cards. No Han Solo or Deepa Balaba or anything coming after me. Waylay and Ewing. Okay. And then we'll just go ahead. We'll just go ahead and get rid of that Han Solo right there. My PQ is this weekend. I'm going to be PQing on Saturday. So I will have a force throw. I thought about playing force throw today, but I figured there's going to be enough of you that aren't going to be playing this weekend. That might want to see what I've been cooking for post force throw. Ooh. Do we just claim Perilous? Or do we just take him out by discarding our other Force Lightning? I'm going to claim Perilous. Because if we draw Anakin, then I'll just Anakin instead. No, it's fine. I'll keep Takedown instead of the Force Lightning. What's up, Felix Barrera? Thanks for this sub. All these subs have been very useful. I will say that I'll probably be putting some ads into the live stream, but it'll really just be won't change too much. I'll just be taking like a little 2-minute break in the middle, throwing an ad in, trying to help the channel pay for itself, because believe it or not, I lose a lot of money on this channel. All right. So Han is going to be 6 power. So if I throw, I'll discard Maddie to hurt the Enfy's nest enough for my Anakin to kill her. We do need a little help with the draws. We can't draw all shitters all game and expect to win. Especially if he's drawing like this, getting all his guys. I think I'm going to play Takedown on the Millennium Falcon. And then I'm going to go ahead and get rid of the Han Solo. Let's clean up the board. Hope that he doesn't get into more Ewings. Chris Sullivan says, are you expecting Force throw decks in high capacity this weekend, or are people going to start coming off of them? I think that people are going to ride the wheels off on Force throw. I would expect a decent amount. So this guy's drawing like gangbusters, and I'm drawing nothing but 2 drops. That can't really happen if we expect to win a game. Eventually you have to draw something. We did draw a Luke early on, but that's not really explanation for how bad we're drawing right now. Get rid of that Han. Another Ewing. Yeah. 3 Ewings, 2 Hans, and Enfys. I mean, what are you going to do? That's pretty insane, right? Flame. Yeah, we drew nothing. I mean, what are you going to do? Can go back to 20. Put some damage on her. Heal. I mean, you guys are seeing this, right? Yeah. I think that I think if we played that game out 10 times, we probably would. Like after having that start that we had, I think if we just like randomized the like turns like 5 through 10 or whatever, we probably win almost all of them. That's like the worst. Here, we get another try against Trax. Let's see. I don't think I've ever drawn that bad in a game. That was pretty rough. Trax disconnected. He didn't want any of this smoke. I love when it puts you against yourself in a game. All right, let's see what ASG is cooking with the Thrawn red. Yeah, I think people are gonna be playing Forcer a lot on Saturday and Sunday. Is something up with the shuffler? Is that what we're seeing? I mean, I like Yaddle, but I don't necessarily want to draw it as like the only card in the game. Do I see if they are going to play a pilot on it first? Let's go ahead, parallel. I don't got another play anyway. I'm not gonna get cute. Sorry, I can't hit in, so I'm just gonna claim. It's a pretty cute draw. Are we gonna pillage? This feels like a real aggressive deck, which pillage is pretty good against. If I do, maybe I'm not gonna Starfighter and rely on Anakin to clean up space. I'll attack here, see what he does. I don't have to decide whether I'm gonna pillage or cheer it yet. I'm gonna cheer it. Yes, I'll use it for it. I think I'm going to first action. I'm going to kill the Stormtrooper, or should I? Yeah, I'm gonna kill the Stormtrooper first action. Kill Darth. Kill Bosk. Anakin's powered up. Whenever I use like play a villainy card, I have to like check and remind myself if I've actually played a hero card, because there's been plenty of times where you're actually missing the hero card if you start with like Sage, Open Fire, etc. Zork Blast. Devastator taps me down. Okay, I'll just have to deal with you next turn. I should have killed this and minus Thrawn. He's only got a 25-point base. Do I just like go face against him? They revealed Devastator. If I pillage, will he have a play? Will he keep the Devastator? Keeps Cad. Okay. Fairly good cards. I'm gonna keep takedown over power because he's kind of holding up power right now. He's attacking Anakin. I'm going to not rescue. What's up, Kels? My week has been good. I've been super busy. I was shooting a show called Dunkman. It's gonna be really funny. It was just a dunk contest show, but it was super fun to work on. It was with like all the NBA on TNT guys, like Jalen and Shaq and all them. Devastator incoming. Yeah. I don't know why I can't draw Luke's. Yeah. For toast. Need to be able to draw better cards in order to win games. 16, 25, 26. Yeah, I just need to be able to draw better cards. That's all it comes down to. Force Thrower definitely would have helped us there though, right? Yeah, so my week's been good. I was just super tired. Been working like really long days. But when that show comes out, you guys are definitely gonna want to watch it. It was like super fun to work on. The dunks were crazy. I saw a guy who was 5'4" dunk over a guy who was over 7 feet tall. All right, we won one. Look at that. The guy GG'd after he drew his opening hand. All right, let's see if we can still beat a Palp Blue. I'm not saying that this deck is still good. I'm just not going to write it off just because it doesn't have Force Throw. So we're gonna at least run it through its paces. Colossus start. This guy is getting. Look at these guys are feeling themselves if they're playing Colossus again. If Palps are out there running Colossus base again, we gotta start running 3 pillages. All right. So one thing that I made, a change that I made that that I might revert is that, like, because of how bad our draws have been, is that I might switch. I had always been running a ratio of 2 Chariot, 3 Itinerant, and 3 Kiadi. And I thought that I was going to be seeing more aggro, so I went to 3 Chariot, 3 Itinerant, and 2 Kiadi. And I think what we've kind of been seeing play out in these games is that we might want to be on the 3 Kiadi still. Obviously, 3 Kiadi is a really good card, but I thought that there was going to be a lot of Sabines being played, which might play out in person. Maybe people are not playing it online because everybody knows what Sabine is, and they don't feel the need to practice against this early Carabas meta. It's like a known quantity. So we'll see if in real life people bring Sabine back out. I'm gonna draw 2 cards now. I thought about just passing with him with 3 mana up, but I don't know. I figured it was worthwhile to get the attack in. You have to just push damage to their base. So typically, if I'm against a blue-green villain deck and they ramp, I will not deploy if I only have a 4-power Anakin. But it'll be somewhat dependent on what they play. I'm okay clearing his board in order, potentially giving him an Anakin. Usually, I don't consider Anakin something that I don't want to play out against a Palpatine for fear of it being stolen. Because if he steals it, it's just a vanilla 5/6. And I'll go ahead and power the dark side. Now, with this board state, I might flip. Because I don't know if he's going to, he's not going to, if he super laser blast just to kill my leader, probably fine. What do we think? Takedown could be good. I'm going to resource takedown. I'm going to pillage him. Finally, our top decking okay, right? These games are playing out where I definitely feel like I want the third pillage in the main board, or at least in the 60. Because I do think we want to punish these greedy villainous decks. Kill the Adigalia, not let him get a card draw off our guy. Interesting. 8 resource. What's he doing? I felt like he had an OB holding back. I was hoping that he was going to OB before he attacked earlier. How do we feel about just slamming crate? We've seen 1 power. I'm gonna slam crate to keep him. It kind of limits his plays unless he has power. Just to like limit. With only 4 cards in, he had power. You know, figure. It was worth a shot. It keeps him from being able to pull off like a lot of other things, like another Devastator. I mean, Avenger probably also would have been bad for us there. I wonder if our rival's the Snoke. I don't think I can afford to be too cheeky with like playing Yaddle out and then Luke. I could do Cheer It and then Luke. Maybe that's what I do. But it relies on him attacking with Palpatine first. The Overwhelming Barrage sucks so bad. I hate that card. Totally messed up my play there. Now I gotta Rivals to the Snoke. We're dead. Yeah, I don't think the problem with playing Yaddle to bait Luke is that I'm at, you know, I have too much damage on my base. Yeah, we lost this game. Yeah, we lost. Oh, good. He hit me with a GG. Well, GG. Okay, let's join Kazuda. Yeah, I think I just have to I just have to adjust, like, the event package is really what it is. So much of like a new meta with like blue red hero decks is figuring out like your removal. And once you figure out your removal, it's like it just can like unlock the meta. All right, we got a Jedi Starfighter, Marin. We have a pretty good hand. I don't really love Force Lightning against Kazuda decks because a lot of the times like you're gonna have to Force Lightning a card that you don't like. Either the cards are like their stuff is too big, or you end up having to Force Lightning like a cartel spacer or something that you don't want to. But we'll probably throw it with Marin. I didn't. It wasn't necessarily. What's up, JD? It wasn't really necessarily 1-to-1. I put in confiscates in the main because of pilot decks like this. I have takedowns in right now because if Gar Saxon becomes a big thing, then takedown could be useful. A lot of shielded units. Paralyses are in the main right now. Those could end up being turned into entrenches. I have entrenched in the side right now. I've conquered Dawn's daughter. I had daughter in the main board and thought that might be another main boardable card. I have Sabine in the main board also because I'm trying to predict what people are going to be playing turn 1. And I figured we're going to be seeing a lot of decks that are running Krennic and stuff turn 1. I don't know if I want to be putting 4 damage on the shuttle. Maybe I just play Marin first and see what happens. I haven't played enough against this deck to really have a good game plan into it. I know if these 5-butt ships are really annoying. Okay. So next turn we can kill this, put 1 damage on the shuttle. Yodussi. Yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if she's that sexy. He flips on it. He can't flip onto that. So he has to have another ship out to flip onto. If he flips onto this, it can't attack because he can't, like, he can activate use his leader ability to, he has the leader ability to be able to attack with it the first time, but once he flips onto it, he'll never be able to attack again after this turn. Covering the wing. I'll tap it down. Yeah, I thought about it, but I also don't want just like the 3-power shuttle just pounding at us. I think I want to get it so that I can double kill. Like if he flips onto the X-wing, I kill the shuttle next turn with the starfighter. Then I can, and if he's on the X-wing and he tries to attack before playing another card, I can power it. Am I thinking? So I think I claim attack power. What's up, Michael? Yeah, Jazzeron, that might have been the right play. I mean, he's like obviously now that like he's protected against power, but obviously he would have just like played the Y-wing and flipped onto that instead. We had PP'd this, or if we PP'd the X-wing, maybe that would be better though. All right. Now my current plan is to put 2 damage on this guy. Yeah, Michael, this is non-force throw. I figured that even though I still have force throw legal events coming up and some other people do, I figured that most people would probably be more interested in non-force throw content. So I feel like he's gonna kill my starfighter with the frigate. Django TDR content. I don't ever want to see TDR again. That's what I would have done, what he just did. Naturally has 7 HP. He's gonna want initiative. He's got another one. Sweet. I'm not gonna lie, Michael. The games have been pretty rough. I'm gonna spread some damage around. Log on, yeah. Start stream sniping me just to feed me wins. Reverse stream snipe. We're just dead though. You gonna like claim. I can do 19. What am I at? 19, 24, 26. Just short. Yeah, he claimed. GG. Alright. I'm gonna play one more game with this. And 1 second, I'm gonna test something. I'm gonna test if this works. Bear with me. I tried to just play an ad. I don't know if it actually worked though. Said ad inserted, but I don't know if it actually worked. All right, so we have a no force throw. Kylo Tarkintown. Into bot village, yeah. It looked like inserting an ad did not work. Tried to press a little button I have on my controller to see if it would work, and it didn't do anything. Whatever. We'll deal with that later. Oh, you did get ads? All right. Interesting. We got 2 confiscates. That might be good against Kylo Ren, right? Bell the Dragon might be good. Maybe I'll just keep 1 confiscate and 1 fell. They can't witch force throw turn 1 anymore. We draw the perilous position. See, that's why we have perilous in our deck. Right there. That's why. Oh, I can't. Whatever. I forgot he was hidden. Duh. I'm stupid. Yes, covered and constructed. I'm gonna lay down the fell. Yeah, I got Sabine in there. Sabine's in the deck. I think we pillage him this turn. He snap claims. Resourcing crate. Crate is usually not that big of a factor in these matchups. Our Sage has done so much work. How many guys did he killed 3 guys. Well, he didn't technically kill the first guy, but basically. And we draw our 1x copy of Rival's Fall. Yeah, Sages are definitely a sad face when Sabine lands. You're exactly right. Not my favorite card to see. What has he got in here? He's got Holocron. He doesn't have a snapshot. I'm going to be hitting for 5. So I'm going to discard Confiscate. Resource fell. Who knows? He I don't know what he might be playing in this deck. So he might have a card that punishes me for resourcing the Fells. But Fell the Dragon doesn't really hit a ton of cards in the deck, other than Anakin unit, of which we've seen one already. I don't know if they're going to be running like Devastators or something in the main board. I think I just play out the Luke. I haven't played against a post-force throw Kylo Tarkintown yet. I've only I'm aware of the theory crafting that my teammates have done about what the deck would look like post-force throw, but I don't know what like people in the wild are actually gonna be playing. But it doesn't matter because we have rivals, so we just win. He GG'd. Good guy. So we win against a deck that also is struggling with no force throw. I haven't really been keeping track of our wins. We beat the Cad, right? We beat a couple. We lost to like some weird janky decks. Earlier, like in my testing with this deck, when I was actually testing against like meta decks, like especially meta aggro decks, I was doing pretty well still. I don't think that the aggro matchups were where I was really suffering from losing the force throws. Like I beat Sabines, I beat Quinlan's, I beat stuff like that. That was also when I had like Daughter in the main board. Those cards were really good. But I was seeing a lot of those the first couple days after the force throw ban, and that's why I went to the 3 chariots, but should probably just go how it was before with the 4-drop mix of having the 4 Kiatis and then just a chariot in the sideboard. Maybe we get on the 2 regional governors in the sideboard. 10-2 today. I don't know. I feel like I've lost like a million games. Some of my wins today were like technically not really very strong wins. They're like people conceding to me right away. It is funny though. Sometimes you feel like you're having a really bad day, but if you're not actually keeping track of it, you'll have a record like that where you're like won like 75-80% of them, and you're like, oh, I guess that wasn't that bad. GI yellow. I wish I had removal. I think I want to mulligan for some sort of removal. Yeah. No 2-drop. Feels pretty bad. I have like a lot of 2-drops too. Oh, well, maybe not. 3, 6, 9, 11, 14. I don't have Owens right now. That was there were some changes that I made like today that might have made the deck a little bit worse. Swapping Owens for Sabine. We've played against a lot of, like, one thing that's been difficult is we've been playing against a lot of decks where I just have no idea like what their deck is, like this, and that makes things a lot harder. You know, we're kind of like on our back foot for every matchup. So he gets this unit underroll, deal 3 to indirect. Okay. He's not like the one that gives like grid or something. Or it gives like plus power. I'll put 1 here, put 2 here. They can't like daring raid us or something. Resource Kiati. I don't think I need him. I think I'm gonna discard Fell. Make it so he can't untap it again. Start putting damage on. Knew the daring raid was coming. But I had to keep I have to start putting damage on guys. I can't get too high of base health. All right. Very, very good. We love to see that. He hates when he must have hated so much when he saw the Jedi Starfighter, because we get to blow out now. And we can power whatever he plays. If he plays another ship. So he's just indirect damage boy. Space indirect. He's like playing like Boa Yellow stuff against us. I'm gonna put on base. So he can attack. So I'm gonna just get normally against if he wasn't playing Grand Inquisitor leader, I would just claim and then kill the GI unit with the first action. But he can untap anyway, so it doesn't really help us. If I had claimed, he would have just done damage and attacked. So maybe that would have been better, because then I could have just killed him first action. Unless he killed my Yaddle. But if he killed my Yaddle, he would have been dead. Maybe it was still correct to claim. Long story short. Nick, if there's one thing we know about Inquisitions, is that the Inquisitions are grand. That's the only thing that we know about Inquisitions. Here's where we get the thing that doesn't line up very often, is that Jedi Starfighter is a Jedi. So we get a restore off of that. So I'm going to go ahead and heal 1. I think I flip first. He probably like claims here, because he can't flip. If he pumps, passes. I think all right, I'll just go for it. We didn't have the hero card. I didn't realize that. Go ahead and kill. See if he wants to trade leaders. No. I think I would have if I were him. I guess he figures I'm gonna do it anyway. We'll go ahead and just kill. Activate our Luke. Need to get some healing in. I think I'm gonna kill the Starhopper, put the damage on Anakin. So that I can get free damage on the strike ship. Yeah. We will build the restored arc in the aggregate, as they say in Moneyball. GG. All right, we won one. All right, I have to cut it short today. Thank you for watching. Thank you for all the new subscribers. I really appreciate it. It's been really cool to see people support the channel. I'm going to be streaming Monday and Tuesday next week. And probably putting out some other videos and stuff. But I had a really long week, and I still have a pretty busy day today. Good luck to everybody who has a PQ this weekend. I will be playing in the Duluth PQ tomorrow, so if you guys want to cheer me on or make fun of me for O2 dropping, you can follow that the melee for that event. I'm sure some of you guys will be there, and I'll see you in person. Hopefully they have air conditioning this time. We look forward to seeing about that. Last time we played there, they didn't have AC, but they did okay without it. Anyway, good luck to everybody. Michael Fry, thank you so much. My #1 supporter, Michael Fry, with the super chats. Thank you for the beer money. Hopefully I'll see you at a PQ soon. I also will be at the Philly sector. If any of you guys are gonna be at the Philly sector, make sure to reach out to me, especially if you haven't gotten a StubHub initiative token yet, or hand token. We still have a bunch of the Village Protector hand tokens, so would love to give some of those out to you guys. But again, thanks for supporting the channel, and good luck this weekend, guys. Bye.